everybody. I thought we would do a proxy healing today on the mat. So this will represent you. Imagine you're lying on this. And I just love the noise of this fan. Get yourself nice and comfortable, and we're just going to do a pick today. We're going to pick some Ogham, we're going to pick some runes, we're going to pick some trinkets from the healing bag, the medicine bag that I have. But I want you now just to start to get yourself comfortable. I'm going to just run this piece of fossilized wood down your chakra line or your Tai Chi pole. That's that center line that runs from your head all the way down to the bottom of your spine, down your legs. Just take a couple of breaths in and breathe out. You can breathe into that stone, into the wood if you want to. And as you do that, your roots grow out of your body. Look at that there. They start to grow out of the holes in the bottom of your feet. Let's open those if they're not open, and those roots grow down, down, and down until they fuse onto the twigs of the inner world tree. And they then start to drink the Reiki and the healing up from that tree into your feet and up your legs and into the lower dantian and your abdomen, up the Tai Chi pole to the heart, the middle dantian, opening it and activating it, and then up to the yin tang point, which is your third eye. And then that energy spills out of the top of your head and flows back down around you like a protective fountain to be drawn back up your body again and out of your head in a perpetual motion of cleansing, protecting, and healing. So you can imagine yourself in a beautiful white and green fountain of light. And relax. Nobody wants anything from you at this moment, and nobody needs anything from you at this moment. Just imagine yourself lying in a woodland glade with all manners of trees and plants, fungi at this time of year, berries. All these plants doing what they do best as you are lying down in this relaxing, quiet place. I'm going to call in any guides, any angels, any animal helpers. I just draw the master symbols into my hands. Drawing the U, and I'm drawing the elder. Two of the master symbols. Just wafting those master symbols into your aura to start the healing. I'm going to start off by picking one of the dantians. These are the energy centers in the Chinese system, or the cauldron system, which this used. So there are 3 in here. No, there are only 2. Where have I put the last one? Ah, okay, here we go. Right, that's right. So we've got our little stone bag. So I'm just going to plonk that there. And I'm just going to reach in and whichever one. Okay, so this is representing the heart center. Beautiful piece of rose quartz, very pale now because it's had a lot of use, and polished on the other side. And I call this the one of the fairy stones I have, because it was given to me by a lady dressed as a fairy at a pagan Beltane parade. So we're going to focus on your heart center. Pop that there. So I want you just to imagine that rose quartz stone is on your heart center. It's starting to absorb any heartache, any upset, also any worry. And just feel that rose quartz vibration calming you down. If you don't need calming down and you just need joy, it can bring you joy as well. We'll get you ready for the winter time here. If you are getting ready for the summer in the southern hemisphere, then have this as a love vibration, healing, an energy top up. So a cleanse out of all the winter stuff and bringing in the activity for summer. Northern hemisphere people, you are getting rid of those busy vibes. Even though we are entering the holiday season, it is a time to hug, as the Finns say, hugga, to relax, to settle in. I've got a number of things here. These are the Ogham with a couple of extra twigs. I'm just going to fiddle around with them, and that is the one that is making its way into my hands. And we have the oak tree, the durier. Let's draw that down you for steadfastness, for understanding, for wisdom, strength, and courage. Very sacred to the Druids. In fact, the word Druid, they think, has come from the durier. Okay. Let's pull out another one. We'll see if we can weave a 3-stranded essence. And we have the poplar or the field maple, also known as cold. So all of the trees. So if you have a particular tree, it needn't be Celtic, you can start getting some healing from that. And then finally, that one straight away, the bamboo. Okay, the black bamboo, not the Celtic tree. And bamboo, the essence that bamboo brings in is one of a yin energy. The Chinese believe that it is a feminine energy tree, so yin, and also it is very flexible. yet it is very strong. This is a dried piece, so I can't bend it, but when I would have cut this, I could actually bend it. So it's strong, yet flexible. So let's draw the code in. Thinking of your particular tree, maybe one that you liked in childhood or one that you think is very pretty. And whatever you are thinking now is what I am channeling. And then finally, I'm just going to imagine this beautiful black bamboo, a thicket of it, rustling in the wind, whispering to you, and bending forwards and backwards, but with such a strong foundation that as it grows, it weaves mats under the earth. So perhaps as you're lying in your inner grove with this woodland glade, you can see some bamboo, you can see some oak, and you can see other plants and trees, that one that you connected with when I told you to think of any tree. All of these surround you, their roots weaving in and through each other, creating a mat. Be a bit like this mat. This, keep knocking the camera, sorry. Maybe a bit like this. Supporting the ground that you lie on. So let's clear the heart now. Let's put that right down the middle and let's put this there. I'm going to take that pendulum and I'm going to clear. Just going to get it to spin out any heartache, to spin out any upset, to spin out any time your power was taken, to spin out any coldness, to spin out any dread for winter, any dread about anything at all, to spin out all of those adverts you see on billboards as you drive past that you don't need, to spin out all of the news events that are happening. And as these slip away from you, remember, nobody wants anything from you at this moment. Nobody needs anything from you at this moment. And as you breathe, I want you to imagine breathing out greyness, any greyness that is lifting off your heart center now as the pendulum dislodges it. Spin, spin, spin. A lot of heartache, a lot of dread being removed from you now. Some of you may even be able to feel this pendulum spinning. Take a breath in, breathe out if you need to. Tummy may start to rumble as the energy moves around your body. Remember, you've got holes in your feet for things to drain out. And it is starting to slow now. There, it's happy with what it's done. Okay. Now, let's send in and replace with beautiful white and green light from the oak, from the bamboo, and from the tree that you have chosen. weaving its own essence, its own feeling of strength, support, wisdom, healing, flexibility, and whatever tree you have chosen or plant. If you don't know what that particular plant means, just type the plant into your browser and either type in healing, spiritual properties, folklore, words like that, and see what comes up. There'll be lots of things, but one or two will hopefully resonate with you. Okay, so those trees and plants are working their magic, and we're going to pick some runes now. And I'm using Anglo-Saxon runes, so similar to the Norse. And here we have Gibu or Gifu. And this is a gift. And we still use this symbol today, don't we? Kiss, kiss at the end of texts and letters. I'm going to draw that, so a gift. Unexpected gift. And don't think that it's always going to be a nice gift wrapped up. It might be the gift of joy, the gift of calmness, the gift of family, the gift of friends. It might be unexpected joy that you find doing something. We're going to pop that there. We're going to pick two more, and you can make a bind rune out of this. That's the one that's caught in my hand. And we have Isa, so wait, be patient. Let's draw that down. You stop and think. Using your intuition, working out all the different pathways. There's not just one way or another way. You might find many others as you stop to pause. But this is Isa, so imagine a world where the snow falls and everything just stops for a bit. It's silent, it's quiet. That is what you're doing. You're going to be thinking about your next steps. You're also going to be thinking about the long-term goals that you will be setting and the short-term steps which are going to get you to those long-term goals. And let's pick one more. Radion. So once you have thought about things, you can move forward. It's a good one for movement. So in order to recognize those gifts, stop and sort of smell the coffee if you like, and then moving forwards. Radion. So let's just channel. The runes feel pretty different from the Ogham. They're a lot harder as they come in. Very strong healing. You can galder them, which is singing. There are different tones as well, but I don't know all of the tones. And these can all be drawn together, so you can have that as your center line. You can make a bind rune. You add Radion there, so that you still have that isoline, radion, and then you can pop that on top again to make a bind rune, which you could draw anywhere to remind you of the gifts, of the stopping, pausing and thinking about those gifts, and then moving on to a place where you're ready. Now we'll pull a couple of bones out. I don't often use these. These are painted bones from somewhere in Appalachia. The chicken bones. So we have a sword. This could be cutting your way through things, cutting away the wheat from the chaff, or it could be protection for you. So if you need to cut some cords, let's just do that now. Think of those things holding you back, something you can't stop thinking about. And I keep knocking this phone, I keep apologizing. So if this isn't working for you now, it might mean that you need to do a bit more work on cord cutting to those behaviors that are damaging to you or to others. If you can't stop thinking about someone, like I can't sometimes, I literally snip across the heart center in case there is one of those cords there. Let's pull another one out. And what is this one? Okay, so on the other side of that, you might need to build some bridges. You might need to become friends with someone. Maybe you've had a disagreement. And even though this one is about cutting cords and this one is about making up, it shows you, doesn't it, that we need to be careful before we cut any cords. People will often disagree, but you have to agree to disagree. Okay, we're never going to understand each other's point of view, but let's listen and perhaps think on that point of view. And let's pull out one more. And here we have painted house and garden. Perhaps showing you that good things are there, you are protected in your place. But sometimes we need to open a door to walk through into somewhere. Maybe you need to walk out of somewhere and into somewhere else. Maybe if you're looking for a new home, you can visualize yourself in that home or in that garden you've always wanted. So doorways opening into and out of places and places of safety. So let's just do a bit of healing around any cord cutting, asking for strength if you need to make amends with someone, and having the courage to open those doorways and gateways into new levels, new ways of life, and places of safety. Now we'll just Pick a couple of objects from the healing bundle, the medicine bag, whatever you want to call it, and there is so much in here. There's a lot of miscellaneous things. So I am going to reach in, stir it around, and pull a few things out. Right. First thing, you can't quite see this, but this is a little calcite fairy figure. So as you're lying there in this woodland, I want you to invite one of the friendly fairies in to help. See or feel them tripping in now, hopefully helping you to giggle and smile, to blow fairy dust on you, to bring in that laughter. What is your fairy flower? What does it look like, this fairy? Is it clad in flowers and leaves of its particular plant? Take a breath in and breathe out. Can't remember this name of this crystal, but it is for brains. Helps with epilepsy, which I have. So as this is pulled out, I want you to exercise your brain. Don't take the easy option. Maybe if you're not doing too much, maybe why don't you start some Sudoku or whatever you call it, crosswords. Start to stretch your mind. Learn new things, because that is what keeps our mind ticking and learning and working. Now this flint with an eye in it symbolizes a dragon. So I'm going to invite one of the earth dragons in now. As they come in, just feel them now blowing you with that energy straight into the heart center. Final cleansing. Breathe out. And now your dragon is going to pull one last gift out. And I have two together. Money. This is actually shungite, so grounding and cleansing with shungite. And we have the penny for abundance. So abundance in life in many ways. So use this time over the winter to stretch your mind, to make those short-term goals and those long-term goals, and try and enjoy this dark time of the year. Better for meditating. And I want you now just to breathe out and know that your dragon and your fairy helper will stay in your aura as long as needed, as we ground that energy down. Root you into the forest floor with your woven mat of tree roots under you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.